And yeah, this time we'll have like a pretty peculiar run. It will be a blindfolded run by Smathlax. Hey, Smath.
Hey, Eraser, for like, how many times have we met today?
6 or 7?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
And with me
No,
will be, well, the guy who just interrupted me, Samabam.
I'm sorry, there's a delay. Yes, I'm here too.
Unfortunately. Yeah. So like you can talk, I can present the run, like it's okay. I don't have any more things to say. I'm just ready to start the timer.
Yeah, so I guess as a short introduction, I'll be doing this run blindfolded. And so the way we'll do it is as soon as I start, Sam will move to a different channel so that I can't hear him. So that I'm not distracted by his commentary, but you guys will be able to hear him, and I will just shut up and do the run, and Sam will do all of the commentary. But yeah, I guess without further ado, I'll let Sam take over, and Eraser knows when to start and stop the time. And yeah,
All right.
blindfold on.
All right, I'll get out of here. Good luck, man.
Cheers, mate.
First, I should mention that I have a slight delay on the stream, so I'm not sure how perfectly my speech will line up, but basically the way ILs are defined in this game are that we load a save. The save can be anywhere near the start of the level, basically. I think we define it as the platform that you start the level on, anywhere on that platform. Right away, he's going to use that to his advantage to skip a cutscene with this jump. And then he's going to go straight into getting inside this tower, which leads up to the top of the windmill that the level is named after. So this part is actually pretty simple. He just has to mash buttons in a particular order. He doesn't even have to hold directions throughout that. Now here is where things get a little more complicated. This is a tower full of puzzles, and he is going to skip all of them. Right now he's setting up a very precise skip that we usually use a very precise mouse aim for, but he's found something a little slower that only relies on keyboard. And he's going to do a wall run here, jump, wall run, jump, and get a horizontal wall run to get up to this next level without doing the puzzle. He's going to keep going here, but by skipping that puzzle, he skipped a cutscene that has an important load trigger. So he's going to hit that right now and skip the cutscene at the same time by dying in the middle of it. There it is. Now, he's going to move on to skipping the next puzzle, which is, in general, easier. With a blindfold on, I'm sure it's about the same difficulty, but we're going to use a ledge warp because it gets you closer to this wall than the game will otherwise let you get, and that allows you to make a particular jump that usually isn't possible. He has to watch this cutscene as well to get a load trigger. Unfortunately, there's no way to die in the middle of this one. Here he's setting up his ledge warp, which I unfortunately don't have time to explain what it is. I hope you watch some of the other runs of this game. There he goes. And now he's in a position to do this jump, which usually isn't possible. And like that, we have skipped both of the... second here. Sorry. He skipped both of the puzzles. I just realized I should probably have the official chat open so that I can answer questions, so I was getting that remedied. But you didn't miss anything important. He's now going into the boss fight for this level. Every level has one. And what he's going to do at the beginning here is mash the magic attack button, and that is going to essentially... Okay, good. There's he called it a 25% chance that he gets hit before he hits the enemy, which would be slower, but he got the enemy first. So now he's basically got him in a stun lock. He's just going to do this combo over and over again until the enemy's dead. and it's fast on top of being blindfold safe, so it's kind of like an added bonus. Now the unfortunate bit is because the enemy's movement is RNG based, he has no idea where he is right now. Luckily, Elika has this lovely ability that we refer to as GPS, where she sends out a light that shows you where to go. And it's going to take him a few tries here, but eventually GPS is going to let him do this, where the camera gets pointed in the appropriate direction. So he'll have to do that probably a couple more times, and then eventually, here we go, he'll be pointed perfectly towards where he needs to go. There. He was waiting on Elika to get down there so that he could heal the fertile ground. After this, there's going to be a shortcut scene, and then he's going to get started collecting the 45 light seeds in this level, which is the primary objective of an IL speedrun. Once you get the 45th light seed, that's when time stops.
You don't always have to wait for things.
So far, nothing has gone wrong. He's not gotten off track a single time yet. He's told me in practice that he has gotten off track several times in a single run, but always managed to find his way back to where he needs to be. So I'm curious to see if that happens. Hopefully it doesn't, in the name of speed.
You shouldn't wait.
Yeah?
But the opposite of speed is us having to sit here and watch Elika tease the prince. Because this game is awkwardly sexually charged for no apparent reason. So the reason he dropped down on the beam there was to guarantee that he got up facing a particular direction with ledge storage, I believe. Now he's just going to do some basic movement to get all of these light seeds on this side of the level. I think that was a mistake. Yes, it does appear to be. He meant to grab onto this pole. So now he has to find a way to get to it without being able to see what he's doing. I think he knows where he is, he's just not confident yet that that is where he is. Hey, there we go. He figured it out. We're good to go. So he just has to get a few more light seeds from right around the corner here. The way the light seeds and levels in this game are laid out, this that's on purpose, by the way. It's to get, ooh, actually I didn't, yeah, actually no, it put him where he wanted. He just doesn't know what direction he's facing anymore. But he seems to have figured it out. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, so the way light seeds are laid out in these levels is that, there are some inside the level itself on the path you take to get to the boss. There are some that are hidden in the level in like weird places you didn't have to go to get to the boss. And then there are seeds on the pathways that take you to other levels. So it's kind of like this weird spider web branching outward from the center of the level. Here he's going to do some precise movement to get down to this beam. There we go, perfect. He's going to die right here to go back to where he came from. And then he's going to get some seeds that are hidden down below here, I believe. Oh, I think actually that death may have been a mistake. So now he's repeating the last steps he was doing. Yes, he was intending to turn around on that swinging pole. So now he has to come back here, but I think we're back on track now. Yes, okay, I remember this part. He's getting onto the end of this beam so that he knows exactly where he is.
Hang on.
I may have spoken too soon. Okay, yes. He's turned around on the pole this time. That way he knows for sure the camera's in the right position so that he could get that light seed. Now he's going to get onto this. He's going to trade places with Elika here. There we go. He's going to go around the corner and stand up after moving a certain number of spaces. My apologies. That was to get very specific positioning to get back up on this slide. Just to get that one light seed. Now he's going to do a precise wall run right here to get onto these poles and get all of the seeds that lead out of the level this direction, just as he did in the other direction a moment ago. There's not going to be much for me to talk about for a second here while he just gets light seeds and uses a few death abuses. So I just want to say that with the limited amount of time he's had, it's so impressive to me that he's managed to put this together this well. Like, he's gotten off track 2 times now and has gotten back on track incredibly quickly. So just huge props to Smath for being able to do this. I have played Blindfolded Pop a little, 3D Prince of Persia, and let me tell you, it is not easy. He's making it look far easier than it is. So you can see an enemy in the distance there. We're not going to have to worry about that. We don't touch that platform really since there are no light seeds on it. He's just going to come up here and do a quick death abuse to get the seeds that are hidden at the top here.
That's another one.
Now he's going to do a fast travel. He gets his cursor all the way to the left so he knows exactly where it is, and then he puts it on the level he needs to go to, and this takes us right back to the center. I believe we're gonna see him use the blue plate here for the first time. Yeah, he's not the one we just saw on screen, but this one instead. Then he's going to death abuse to get back, because this one takes you all the way back over here, and we already got all the seeds over here. You can see we're now at 31 out of 45, so we're getting close to the end here. Ooh, that was not supposed to happen. I've seen him get lost here once before. I think he's trying to reset his position here. So instead of wall running horizontally, which is what the Prince tried to do, he wanted to wall run vertically. It looks like he actually has a safety backup for this, because this seems very calculated to me, the fact that he is getting onto this, the only ledge on this platform and then climbing all the way to the right. That seems like it's on purpose to me. There we go. He wanted to get up here all along. Now he should know his position. Yep, here we go with the predetermined inputs. He's going to grind down to this plate. This is going to take us over to a kind of secret out-of-the-way area of the level over here to get this light seed. Now, I believe coming up next is going to be a very nifty, a very nifty little death abuse strat we have. There's a seed hidden down there. It's actually really hard to miss that one, even if you don't drop down. I think he's going to save right here just in case. Yeah, here we go. So this is a very easy thing to do when you can see, but it's based on timing. So it can be a little tricky when you're blind. If he mistimes this jump, he won't maintain his death storage, but he got it. He got it. He's going to warp all the way back. Here we go. Now he's going to get back up into the fight arena. And in here, there's a seed on the way to it right there. And then inside the fight arena, there's one seed that is kind of up on this pillar, you can see. And he has to climb up and then do a double jump back to get it. There it is, number 38. Now, The remaining seeds are inside the tower with all the puzzles. And because we never solve those puzzles, he still can't climb it the intended way. So once he gets back inside, he's gonna have to do some interesting shenanigans to get all the seeds. And he's actually gonna enter it from the second floor up here, where you're supposed to exit. Set up a precise jump here to get to where he needs to go. Perfect. Now he's going to do a wall run here with a Death Abuse to get this seed that's supposed to be on a red plate that we can't access right now. Reset his position here. Next, he needs to find a way to get down. And luckily, there's this very... how should I put this? There's this very janky movement you can pull off. Based on the movement of this spinning wall here. We don't know why it works, but when this wall is in certain positions, which is what he's he's listening for, when it's in certain positions, when he jumps to the right, he'll go at a diagonal. There it is. Now he's going to grind down, hit this ring, and here comes seed 43. Perfect. Now he just needs to get down to the ground floor without dying. Once he does that, he just has to grab the last 2 seeds, and then it'll be time. Precise jump to get to this ring so he can grind down safely. There's seed 44. And Eraser, time is coming up in just a moment. As soon as the counter says 45, time. And I am going to move back to the channel Smath is in. Or actually, why don't we just move... Or, well, no, we'll get double audio. GG, man. That was
45,
fantastic.
let's go.
Like insane. Like in less than 15 minutes.
I got lost like 4 times, but
Yeah, no, that was very fun to narrate, trying to break down and understand how you were getting back to where you needed to be. Super impressive, dude. Like, the fact that you put this together in such a short amount of time is incredible.
yeah, well, as a result, I messed up some of my other runs, but yeah.
I'm gonna take the unpopular opinion here and say it was worth it.
Yeah, really unpopular. And so, now joke aside, like it's pretty amazing. Like being able to normalize strat in the 3D environment is incredibly tough.
Yeah.
Like normalizing strat means you get into a position, you always do the same thing, and it will always get the same result. It's incredibly tough in 3D games.
Particularly with the camera, like it's like sometimes you even with my most modern strats, sometimes it just doesn't work. Like right after I healed the fertile ground and after I went down the slides, for whatever reason the prince did a wall run there and then I died, and I have no idea why that happened. Obviously I can watch the run and find out, but yeah, as far as I know, I did everything correctly, but sometimes the camera just messes up for whatever reason, and I think the biggest part of the run is learning how to recover from getting lost in various different places.
Yeah, definitely. Like that's one of the 2 hardest thing, like when it comes to Blindfolded. So that's pretty impressive. Like really, like congrats to you, like for pulling this off.
Yeah, thanks for all the GGs, everyone. It's been a lovely PoPRuns. I've enjoyed it a lot. Stay tuned for the last run.
Yeah, thank you. Do you both want to say one last thing before we go into intermission screen?
Yeah, I'll also chime in and just say that it's been a fantastic marathon, and although a lot of the runs happened during my sleeping hours, I have rewatched a few and plan to watch more, and they've all been great. And just thanks to everyone who participated.
Okay, great. Thank you, both of you. And yeah, so now we will go into an intermission screen while we are setting up for the final run of this marathon. And it's a bingo race, so you don't want to miss that.